The first thing we want to do is talk about what a policy may be. A policy is a course of action that guides behavior. A policy can be written, unwritten, and it may be formal or informal. Sometimes policies take the forms of law. There are different forms of laws. A couple of forms of laws that we won't talk about: contract law, common law, and maritime law. However, we will discuss public law. These are laws where the violations are crimes. Civil law, and these are laws where the violations are torts. And then case law, and this is law that has been developed through the interpretation of different policies and laws that are on the books. Two terms we're going to discuss right up front are responsibility and liability. Responsibility is usually determined by yourself or your superior, and you have a moral or positional duty. Now, there is variation in the sense of responsibility and in the sense of morality under this terminology. Liability is usually determined by the court with evidence, and you usually have a moral, physical, or ethical or financial duty to the situation. In the United States, you do have a couple of guarantees through the Constitution. Equality under law with the 4th, 5th, 6th, and 9th Amendments. The 6th Amendment guarantees you to a speedy trial. The 8th avoids cruel and unusual punishment. The thing here to remember is this is for criminal law. As a small business, you also have some civil law guarantees, and this is important. It would be wise to investigate the powers of the court with Article 3 and the rights of the people with the 7th Amendment. Basically, what you need to know is case law is determined by decisions with other court decisions. All in all, civil laws vary from state to state, and it's important to understand the state you live in and how they handle and carry out civil law disputes. We discussed statutory law and civil law shortly previously. Let's go over these again. In statutory law, the violations are considered crimes, and there's different types of crimes. If you violate a statutory law, you are a criminal. Within statutory law, you're guaranteed a speedy trial, and you're assumed innocent until proven guilty. So how do they decide if you're guilty? It's that whole beyond a reasonable doubt into a moral certainty clause. Civil law is a little bit different. The violations are considered torts, and just like crimes, there's different types of torts. As a violator, you're not a criminal, you're a tortfeasor. Here, the problem is the trials may be delayed and justice may be very slow. And also, there's not that beyond a reasonable doubt. It's the preponderance of evidence. So basically, if I have enough evidence to convince somebody that you may have done something, you may be found guilty. Let's emphasize that one more time. With civil law, there is no assurance of a speedy trial. There is no assumption of innocent until proven guilty. And there is no equality before the court.